So the video you're about to hear is from today's City of Tampa Community Redevelopment Agent meeting. It was during the public comment section that I had an opportunity to update the council or the board updates from the West Tampa CDC. We started off with looking at the state of Black nonprofits. What we shared with them was that only 12% of Black nonprofits operate with at least one paid staff. On the other hand, over 58% of white nonprofits operate with at least one staff, full-time staff. About 76% of Black nonprofits are operating on a budget of less than $500,000 a year. And nearly 1/3 operate with just $30,000. They're largely made up of volunteers. It was found that revenue of Black nonprofits are on average 24% smaller than those of their white-led counterparts. And organizations led by Black females consistently receive less funding than those led by Black men or Black women. On April the 20th, we're going to be doing a workshop for nonprofits in West Tampa on how to access funding and how to grow. The major focus of this workshop is going to be on how do you use artificial intelligence and ChatGPT in the Web3 to change the narrative when it comes to Black nonprofits. The second program that's coming up is called the State of Black Businesses. In Hillsborough County, Black and brown people make up 50% of the population, but they only account for 5% of the economic cash flow. On April the 30th, we'll be doing a workshop on starting a business. That workshop is going to focus on how to develop a professional business plan. And most of the focus is going to be on home-based e-commerce businesses. Not only is this the fastest growing business industry, it's also no capital to up to $1,500 to get started, which can be funded through micro loans. And finally, Black wealth. This generation of Blacks will be the first generation not to leave any wealth for the next generation. Blacks spend over 1.3 billion a year. That makes Blacks the 8th richest nation in the world. By 2053, Blacks will have no wealth and will have second-class economic status. On April the 29th, we have a workshop coming up that's entitled Investment 101, Creating Wealth for Low-Income People. It focuses on how to get a high return on investment in the art of investing, moving from the traditional low interest rate that banks charge. It focuses on stocks and bonds, cryptos, blockchain, Web3, and NFTs. The focus is on moving from consumer to investment, teaching low-income individuals that they too can invest and get back their money in stocks and bonds. An example will be investing in a stock, let's say for tennis shoes of $350, and you only have $20, and you invest a partial amount on that $350. That money grows. We have to start to teach our young from age 9 years and up, how to move from a consumer to an investment. $1.3 billion that Blacks have. Yet, for example, in Hillsborough County, we only have 3% of Black businesses. Or, added to that, that this generation of Blacks will be the first generation not to leave any wealth for the next generation. That means that we have to change the narrative, and the narrative has to start with actually providing the opportunities to change, especially low-income individuals' mind from a consumer to investment. Again, starting as young as 9 years old. In cryptos. So these are the workshops that's coming up and focus on economic development and changing the narrative. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to share this.
Thank you, Mr. Randolph. Good morning.